Hi, beautiful people. Welcome to this episode of the Coach Thyna show. I have been so excited today. I haven't been able to articulate my words. Yeah, I wanted to talk about one very vital thing. Having my book launch today and hearing my husband talk about my book and then me, just made me think that when you have information and you use the information wisely, you will get a better result. So he did the foreword of my book. So my book is out, by the way. The Hot Girl Secrets book is out. In this book, I have all my secrets that I do not share on social media, that I don't just tell anyone walking by the road. It's peculiar to me, it's sacred to me. And so I put it in the book for every woman in the world, literally, to bless you and help you navigate through your love life. People think that I've had it easy with my love life. Oh, she's so lucky. She met her husband at 23. He married her 9 months later. Well, it's not as easy as it looks. There had to be some learning to do. There had to be some studying to do. There had to be some, drilling. And so in this episode, I'm basically telling you why my husband married me. This is one big topic that everyone is going to be like, So yeah, when we were going to get married, we faced a lot of hurdles from people who said, no, you've never met her. Why would you want to marry her? You don't know her. You've never been in the same space with her. You don't know how she smells. You don't know how she talks. You know nothing about her. You only met her on the internet. How can you possibly say you know her well enough, not just to go to Nigeria to say hello, but to propose to her and get legally married in the first visit? That seemed like scary to a lot of people, and I understand thinking about it. If it was my son who was going to do that, I'd probably be scared as a mother, right? So there was all of that happening. But the reason why my husband was consistent is what I want to share with you ladies, because I know that it's mostly ladies who listen to the Coach Thyna show. All right. So why did he marry me? I had this conversation with him over and over again and said, honey, with everything we've been through, with all the hurdles we faced, with all the trials we've had to go through, all the prayers, all the times that seemed like, will this marriage ever work? Would we ever be in the same country together? Would we ever get married? Why did you still stay with me? Why did you, I was telling someone recently that on the day before her introduction, some people literally came to say, you cannot marry this girl. You maybe not now, people said that to my husband and he said, I am marrying this girl this month. Why? Everything is in this book. Okay, but number one, I'm sharing number one with you. Maybe as the episodes go, I might share number 2 and number 3, but number 1 is angel energy. Chapter 1 in this book is angel energy, in bracket, polite and peaceful. So basically, he's told me that one of the reasons why he stayed, even when it seemed so difficult, was my politeness and my peacefulness, that I gave him peace all the days of our friendship. Now, were there times that I was looking out for myself and asking all the hard questions? Yes, but would I make, a big fuss about little things? No. So I gave him the peace of mind that he needed from the friendship. He was nothing like me. We don't see things from the same perspective, because people are like, oh, you and your husband, you fit so well, you do so well. We are two different individuals, but my knowledge about relationship is what helped me understand the kind of man that I need. So way before I met my husband, I had also met people with his temperament who are like laid back, calm, supportive, very homely. Those are the kind of men I knew that I would marry someday, because I knew my temperament, that I'm quite driven. I know what I want. I'm a justice must be served kind of girl. So I knew I needed to marry someone who was not like me. So when I say things like being peaceful and polite, I'm not saying it because it comes to me naturally. I'm saying it because I know that it has a huge impact on your relationship. Regardless of the man, his race, his color, his culture, he would be interested to watch your character trait. He would want to know if you can give him peace. Men will fight for their peace more than anything. So if you see all these men who seem, like they can't stay with their wives are not giving them peace. Peace is one thing that men do not joke with. And so I knew that if I wanted to attract a man, not just, to pity and love me, pity love that, oh, let me just love her because, she deserves to be loved. I don't want that. I want the kind of love that would come because of who I am. So I needed to add more to myself. Last week's episode, I shared about the parable of talents. The one God gave 5, the one they gave 2, and then the one they gave 1. The one who they gave 5 went and invested his 5 talents. The one they gave 2 invested his 2 talents. The one they gave 1 went ahead to bury the talent, and he was grumbling. That's not the kind of female you want to be. I didn't have all the resources I have today, but in that same situation, in that place, I was able to make the most of it with my 1 talent, with my 1 gift, with my 1 desire. So you want to make the most of your talent. You want to make, and talent sounds like, oh, I could sing, let me sing. No. Talent being that every information you get from social media, from books like this. Oh, this book is a great blessing even to me. I enjoy reading this book. I've read it over and over again, and I don't like to read over and over again, but I've read this book over and over again because 1, I wrote this book from a place of vulnerability to help women know that the real things that make men celebrate women is when women accept their feminism. So you want to accept the woman that you are. You want to love her. I don't try to be like my husband. I don't even need to. So fighting a man's position with him is telling us that you don't know the power that you have as a woman. So number 1, chapter 1 says, angel energy. People use all these terms for their captions. Angel energy. Ooh. No, I'm talking about, being like an angel in the life of the man that you have. Your man is not your therapist. Your husband is not your therapist. You need to get help if you feel like you need help. If you know that you've not been able to have, calm and collected conversations with men from the past, then girl, I want to encourage you that one of the reasons my husband fought for me, he booked his flight to come and see me, he was deliberate about marrying me, is because I gave him peace. I have not let anything, childbearing, pressure, missing my family, all of this take away the peace that I brought to his life. So yes, you need to be deliberate about peace. I'm deliberate every day. How can I give this man peace? How can I give this man peace? Now, there's so many things he does for me, so giving him peace is the tiniest thing I could ever do. The way he helps me coming to a completion of this book was his help, literally, because when I was tired, I was telling them at the book launch, someone asked me how did I get the book done, I wrote it for a year. Yes, I wrote this book for a year, and I was pregnant when I started writing this book, right? So I saw how I would fall asleep anytime I try to write. He'll come home from work. He's like, I'll tell him, I wrote 2, he'll think I want to say chapters, and I'll say 2 lines. And then he'll just smile until he said, are you willing for me to help you with, articulating the words you speak to, a recording, and then I put it into words, we send it to an editor. He was there for me. So I'm not saying I give him peace because, peace is available. I'm giving him peace because I know that when you give a man peace, he will gladly help you. He would gladly be there for you. So that's number 1 on this particular topic. One reason why my husband married me is because I'm polite and I'm peaceful. You would never hear me call anyone names. You would never hear me use the F word. You would never find me in one of those female arguments where they say, oh, you did that, oh, you did that. You would never find me there. I understand that I'm a queen, and that's why I am treated like a queen by the man who married me. But if I was acting like, no decorum, no home training, no, good values, then he'll just take me like one of the girls he met, because he's met many girls. Why did he settle with me, who is back in Nigeria, who obviously couldn't afford her flights to the UK? I literally couldn't do anything because COVID just hit and my business was, closed. I had closed my spa. Everything was right there inside the spa. And people are like calling me, you've closed. No worries. When they call off the lockdown, I'll come back for my facials. I didn't have money. But God knew that I was going to leave the country that I was in and relocate. But I didn't have the physical cash. So if I was looking at the natural things I had, I wouldn't be married today. And that's one thing I want you to know. Don't look at the natural things you have. Because if you think, oh, my leg is this way, my boob and bum are this way, you wouldn't exude the kind of grace that you have. One of my friends got married then at 21. I was 22 at the time. And all the things that made people think she was not complete, she would flaunt them. Her knock knees, she would flaunt them. The fact that she uses inhaler, wears glasses to read and see, all those things would make her think, yeah, I'm not good enough. She married the man that she desires to marry. So the truth is, all the things you think that might be eliminating you, excluding you from a beautiful love life actually adds you to a beautiful love life. So she said that she didn't like the way her arm, looked. And the man literally told her, I love your arm. It makes me know that you're strong. That's how it makes no sense when you're doubting yourself. But if you have knowledge, there is no man who will not stop and say, hello, I'm telling you, beauty is vain. But a woman that fears the Lord must be praised. So if you fear God, you will do the most with everything that God has given to you. And that's what I did. I didn't have money to buy books on, finances, building myself, building capacity, developing myself. What did I do? My sister's husband, had a lot of books. I would go there, pick one, read 2 chapters, drop it, pick another one, read 2 chapters. He had the books. I didn't. What did I do? I went to someone who had the books without his knowledge, actually. Just go and pick up a book from their shelf and read. That is what you get to reap from if you've ever been in contact with me. I am not just someone who just jumped from the sky. You know how Mr. Bean came to be? He just jumped from the sky. That's not how, I came here. There was a process of growing, and that's what this man could see from the first day he met me. And that's why he said, I will not let this girl go, regardless of who I lose, regardless of who is not in support of this marriage, regardless of how people are saying, she's back in Nigeria, we're not sure if she loves you for you or she just wants to travel here. And he told them, you need to even know the person you're talking about, because my wife would never marry someone for traveling out, because he knew who all the people that I met before him and what they could do for me. So you see, your values is what makes your man respect you and applaud you and appreciate you. That even when you don't feel like he should talk about you, he'll grab the mic and talk about you, because he knows that he's never met anyone like you. There is no point for any woman to want to be like any other woman. I don't see anyone I want to be like. I want to be the best version of myself, as well as you should be the best version of yourself. So whatever it is that you want to do with your life, please start doing it, and do it with everything. Men will find you attractive like suya, like ice cream, like bread. That's how much men will find you attractive. So the number one reason my husband married me is because I am peaceful and polite. Now, I might do the chapter 2, but that's on request. So if you want me to do chapter 2 of this book, yes, I would, but it's not me reading the book to you, because there's so much information that you would need to find for yourself. And it's a beautiful book to own. I mean, look at it. It's a beautiful book to own, that even when you get married, your husband's going to be like, hot girl secrets. And then you say, I'm a hot girl, because you are a hot girl once you understand the power you carry as a woman. I will see you in the next episode. Until then, remain a hot girl. Go and get this book. It's on Amazon. It's on Kindle. It's on my website, www.hotgirlsecretglobal.com. And then get yours, and tell everyone how amazing the book is, because I put my heart and everything into it. I'll see you in the next episode. Until then, remain beautiful, remain in love. Bye-bye.